Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, or you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like this video, also leave your opinions in the comment section. Very importantly, please click on the like button below. That is the only way you can support this channel. Sunday Igboho has been indicted in multi-billion naira alleged fraud. The main proponent of Odua Nation, Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, has landed in fresh trouble over a 1,600,000,000 naira oil deal. Newsroom Nigeria learned Igboho stood a shorty for Francis, an alleged notorious fraudster specializing in duping people through purchase of petroleum products in West African country of Benin Republic. Newsroom Nigeria gathered that the promoter of Odua Nation, Sunday Igboho, got involved in the oil business when he stood as shorty for Francis, who bought a vessel of oil, Argo, from a Nigerian oil magnate and vessel owner, Captain Victor, and promised to pay for the good of it release if it's released to him by the oil magnate. The latter was at first reluctant to offload the cargo to Francis because he didn't know him at that point. But when he got Sunday Igboho involved, saying they are business partners and that Igboho is a shorty in case it defaults, on hearing this and speaking to Igboho, who actually flew into Cotonou from Germany to cement the deal, giving Captain Victor that Francis is his person and will not relent on his promise to pay the full amount involved. The oil magnate released the cargo to Francis in April 2024. However, Newsroom Nigeria learned Francis paid a part of the total oil money, which is about $506,000, and booted away with about $106,000. And Sunday Igboho has been covering him on all fronts, despite the fact that the duo are always seen together in Nigeria and Benin Republic. Captain Victor subsequently contacted Interpol about the case and filed a suit against Francis and Igboho. Interpol issued a warrant of arrest for Francis, who has been in hiding since he took delivery of the oil. At some point in September, Sunday Igboho stopped taking Captain Victor's calls before eventually blocking his phone line from accessing him. Newsroom Nigeria can authoritatively reveal that Chief Mrs. Esther Abodering Esabod has already joined Interpol in investigating the case, as Captain Victor is awaiting a court order before taking the next legal action. Meanwhile, Captain Victor, a reputable businessman of many years standing and vessel owner, has tendered all the vital documents to Interpol. His lawyers and other authorities, showing that he purchased the oil, Argo, from Angola and paid for everything, including NEMASA, NPA, and other relevant government agencies. Aside from Esabod, other popular media practitioners, top legal luminaries, and traditional rulers are on top of the case and are monitoring it with keen interest. Newsroom Nigeria will bring you fresh developments on the stories as events unfold. This is a big trouble for Sunday Igboho, and I am smelling a rat. I'm thinking in my mind that, Sunday Igboho is not just somebody who stood for Francis. He's actually involved, and both of them, connived to scam this man of this, huge amount of money. How will you, buy product and then you paid a quarter and then you refuse to pay the balance? Like, how? Why? And you think you're going to go scot-free? This is a dent on the image of Sunday Igboho, because somebody is like in the Yoruba adage that says, "Èèyàn tó ń fẹ́ sun tẹ́lẹ̀ tó wá lọ ń fepo para." They wanted to roast you before. You can't go use petrol raw body. Is that not going to be an easy avenue for you to be easily roasted? Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Olushina says, I smell rats. The product was purchased in Benin Republic, imported from Angola. So where is the need to pay NIMASA, a Nigerian agency, during this transaction? Games played by the big boys. But when they mentioned NIMASA, my thought was that it brought the product down to Nigeria for Francis. That was why there was a mention of NIMASA. But if not, it means we don't have the whole story yet. Olariwaju Okpalemo says, this writer just wants to create awareness. How on earth for an ex-convict to stand as shorty while he was serving jail term? How did you know he was in jail at that time? That you're referring to Sunday Igboho, right? Adeyemi Kende, but there were no dates, so how do you know he was in jail at the time? Are you his close relative? Adeyemi Kende says, you go dey trust Omo Igbo at your own peril. People will like money pass their life. Angela Martins responded to that comment by saying, you are really Olori, you know, I don't want to say the rest. Is Sunday Igboho not your only brother from where all of you immigrants from Togo to claim Nigerian citizen? All of those tribalism, bigots, whatever. Olowo says, fools, unintelligent fellows will dumb for this story. As an intelligent person, you study a parameter on which a story is based. How is it composed and who composed it? It is very obvious that this post is probably to be false because a quack person did compose it, perhaps to malign Igboho. How do you know? How do you know that this was just composed? Are you a friend of Igboho? Are you his relative? Are you his friend? Are you together on the deal? Do you know about the deal? Shaibo Anthony says, which one is criminal now? Everybody can become a victim of circumstances, especially when you stand shorty to someone who disguised to be genuine. Just pray you don't fall into their traps. That's why you must watch well. You must watch well. Even if the person is your close relative, you must watch. And the second man puts your signature on a document to stand shorty for somebody. You must watch well and be very careful. If the person is not your blood relative, because anybody can be dubious at any time. The person might present themselves to be very innocent and honest at first. But then when money enter, everything, story go come enter, things go change. Now to our last comment. Omotade Moses says, standing for fellow Nigerian in business could be a problem. If a man elope, what should be done is to get Francis out of his den for explanation of the deal. After all, not assassination or plan to topple government. What are your thoughts? Please let's have them in the comment section below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.